Hello, everybody, and welcome to our latest installment of Retro Championship Wrestling. We're in the Eastern Circuit, and this is Week 17 action. Big Paulie coming to you, recording this on the evening of Thursday, the 25th of June, 2026. We're going to show you our championship matches here in the Eastern Circuit, so we have other matches to get to that have already occurred. And we start with Big Van Vader and Bam Bam Bigelow going to a double countout with the Minnesota Wrecking Crew's Gene and Ole Anderson at 7:18. I thought Gene and Ole would be able to intimidate Bigelow and Vader despite being a little more diminutive in size, but that was not the case. In our second event, it was the Holy Demon Army winning by DQ over the Wild Samoans at the 29-minute mark, as it was Afa just going all native. I'm sorry, it was Sika who just went all native, attacking. No, it was Afa. I'm sorry here. I should learn to read the write-ups. It goes Savage on Taue, Akira Taue of the Holy Demon Army, and caused a DQ double countout between the Atomic Pair and the team of Pat Patterson, Ray Stevens at 29:09. So we had two bouts go to the last minute and not go to draws. In the singles action on the preliminaries, it was Tiger Mask and Bruiser Brody resuming their feud here in the East. And it was Tiger Mask with a surprise win with a chair shot as Brody came charging in, but Tiger Mask just got out of the way. Vern Gagne lost to the Dynamite Kid. Dynamite Kid could be going places in the junior heavyweight division, one with a diving headbutt at 14:37. Carlos Colon and Abdul the Butcher exchanged pleasantries here for the first time in RCW after a lengthy feud in the Caribbean. And it was Colon winning 23:45 on a pile driver. And the giant killer of RCW, Murcielago Velasquez, scored a stunning win over Antonino Rocco, 25 minutes even, elbow off the ropes. And that will set up our event, these title matches that we have in the Eastern Circuit. We begin with the Blackjacks, the current Eastern champs, accompanied now by Captain Lou Albano, who I believe we had them managing the Blackjacks at a prior bout not too long ago, but he is now with them, and he will be with them against the Rock and Roll Express, and that will be in the South region. I take that back. That's in the West region, as we'll have our Junior Heavyweight Championship in the South region. And they're facing the masked team of Mr. Wrestling's 1 and 2. So, regardless of whether or not the Blackjacks win tonight, keep the titles, or otherwise, they get that World Tag title shot. We're doing so well, and they are, I believe they came in ranked either number 1 or number 2 in the tag division. So let's get this bout started. And we will note that the Blackjacks come in undefeated, 4 wins and a draw. And I'm typing this in here. And Mr. Wrestling's 1 and 2 are 2, 3, and 1. But they're capable on any given night to beat anybody. They come in with a 4-match streak without a win. So maybe the Blackjacks will catch them at a good time. This is a 60-minute time limit. No cut rules, DQ rules are in effect, and on we go with this, the first of our 3 bouts here on Retro Championship Wrestling. And an early attempt by the Masked Men on the Blackjacks does not produce a pin. And off we go. Pile driver does not get it done. We play on. As I speak, I am uploading today's college basketball action. Might release this Friday. Might just put this together and keep it on ice. My cat Ella has joined me here at the desk and is scratching away because she knows I'm doing something. And it's the Blackjacks off to a very good start under the tutelage of Captain Louis Albano. They have done very well here in the early going. They're ahead on pin attempts, way ahead on damage. As we close in on the 20-minute mark, it's still almost all Blackjacks. Guillotine pin by Mr. Wrestling 1, but it does not produce a pin. Got a 2 count though. And 1 and 2 are now ahead. The challengers 4-3 on pin attempts, but they're still way behind. Hey, Ella, numbskull, knock it off. Sorry, folks. Got to keep my cat in line. So we're progressing past the 20-minute mark, and now 1 and 2 on a tear. The challengers, and they have gotten back in this bout. Now Mulligan with a claw, but that's not going to produce the submission. $1 million knee, and what do we have? Oh, Albano rung the timekeeper's bell, so that's the first loss for the Blackjacks as the officiating crew catches on to what Albano did. So 1 and 2 will get a rematch in the future, but the Blackjacks will retain at 25-34. Go ahead, honey. I know you want to jump up there. You go right on ahead. There you go. Nearly knocked my TV stand down. Okay, folks, I will be back in just a moment. Fans, we're back for our second of 3 title matches here on the Big Paulie World of Sports Sims channel, Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel, as I'm trying to hold back a sneeze. But at any rate, if you're a George Kidd fan and you're looking at this opponent for George Kidd, email Zaha, who recently defeated Hulk Hogan, and you're looking at this bout and you're going, uh-oh, I share your concerns. But Zaha drew the challenge of the diminutive Scottish wrestler, and he will be going for the Eastern title tonight here in our semi-main event. We have the world title bout between Nick Bockwinkel and Boris Malenko coming up after this. Bockwinkel looked like, as he was coming into the locker room, like I happened to catch him, and he looked like he is having some sort of illness or the flu or something like that. So Boris Malenko with a great chance to take the world title back to Mother Russia in our main event, which would be quite a shocker, but I would not doubt it tonight at the very least. Kidd comes in at 2, 3, and 4. Recently got back from the southern region where he went to a time limit draw, 30 minutes, with the southern champ, Paul Jones. Zaha is 3-2-1. He just recently lost the Brass Knucks title bout to Bruno Sammartino. Great effort for Zaha in that bout, but not enough. But you would think a man who could beat Hulk Hogan could easily defeat George Kidd, a 145, 150-pound wrestler in his day. But the British had weight classes, kind of like boxing, so that's why you're seeing this huge disparity in weight and size. And off we go with our semi-main event here on Retro Championship Wrestling. First pin attempt to Kidd. The match starting slow as it's kind of like a stick and move kind of bout for Kidd, but you know Kidd Won't be able to keep that up long. Oh, a slam here by Zaha. Does not get the pin, but he will keep trying. He's just throwing Kid around like an animal, like a 300-pound man facing a small cat. That's what it kind of resembles. Body slam again by Zaha, but he can land those body slams with tremendous force. Think of what King Kong Monday did to Little Beaver in WrestleMania 3. That kind of force. It's got to hurt the back. And Kid just is going to have to apply all kinds of strategy to get out of this. Kid's come back a little bit. He got a surfboard on Zaha, much to my surprise. Pin attempts are 4-1 Zaha. Clothesline. Oh, that nearly took Kid's head off. But fortunately, it did not remove itself from its head. And Kid was just able to punch out before the count of 3. Chair shot by Zaha. Small package. With Zaha doing that, I kind of wonder if you call it a large package. But at any rate, oh, Kid escaped. Kid escaped. They brawled outside the ring, and Kid brawled long enough to get a double count out. What a lucky escape for George Kidd, who will keep his title. I forgot to do the particulars on the first match, so I will do that during the next break. 21:06. Kidd will keep his title for now, but a good effort from Zaha, and I'm sure he will stay in title contention. We'll be back with our main event right after this. You're watching the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sibs YouTube channel. And now on time for our main event. Nick Bockwinkel, Boris Malenko. Malenko, you would think, would be a serious underdog here. But as I was pointing out earlier, Bockwinkel has come to our arena here in the Eastern Circuit a bit ill. So you never know. Malenko might get lucky. Bockwinkel had his first loss as a champ in his last defense against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. His only 2 losses in RCW have come against Ricky the Dragon. And Malenko, 3-0-1, was either number 2 or number 3 in the singles rankings overall. So Malenko was worthy of the title shot. And you kind of wonder here if he can catch lightning in a bottle and capture the world title, something he never did in his real life career, against some of the great NWA champions. So it's Bockwinkel, Malenko, battle of heels, so you never know what will happen. And Bockwinkel always says he will defend the title against anybody who steps up and challenges him. Bridge suplex by Malenko. Malenko is off to a good start, but again, we're just very, very early into this bout. We hope everybody is well, wherever you may be, whenever you may be watching this. Flying knee drop by Nick, and got to a 2 count before Malenko could kick out. Malenko outside the ring. It's about even at this point, though Malenko has been pin attempted twice, but is kicked out each time. Now Malenko pressing the advantage a little bit. And you got to watch Heenan here. Heenan was telling me earlier that he has great admiration for Malenko and hopes to take him on someday as his manager, but tonight business is business. Body slam. The 4th pin attempt without a reply here by Bockwinkel. We are 15 minutes out of 60 into this. Our next stop should be Saturday. Russian clutch, but that's not going to get a submission. So on we go. Pile driver by Bockwinkel. He still looks like he has great stamina. I just kind of wonder if the ill effects that he is going through is going to have an effect at some point. As the first pin attempt finally for Malenko from a flying forearm only gets a 1 count. Russian clutch, and again, Bockwinkel just too cagey to stay into that. Now Malenko is pressing the attack. A little face rip there in the corner, and Malenko has nearly drawn even at the 25-minute mark. Abdominal stretch, that's not going to get a submission, so Bockwinkel will just press his advantage. Arm breaker by Malenko, that's not going to get it done. Malenko will keep his advantage. And a hip toss by Malenko. Small package. So Malenko now has racked up 3 pin attempts, and we have blood. We have our first blood of our telecast, and it's Bockwinkel's. So I'm going to type this up. Malenko posts him at 28:44. Could this be a turning of the tide? Malenko ahead. Another pin attempt, but not there. Rolling reverse, not there. Leg drop. And now the pin attempts are even, 5-5. Neck twist on the Malenko by Bockwinkel. Bockwinkel has assumed control again. Double wrist lock by Bockwinkel. Sure, Bronco Nagurski taught him that one. Arm hold by Bockwinkel as he just goes into a little bit of a stall. He's getting back into the bout. Little forehead bite by Bockwinkel onto Malenko. Cut is, I would say it's modest on Nick. Small package, does not score. And now Bockwinkel ahead, although Malenko just comes right back, and it's almost an even bout as we approach the 40-minute mark. 6 pin attempts to 5 for Bockwinkel. Figure 4, but that's not going to get a submission. Well, Malenko seems very winded now. We'll see where we are at here. You wonder how long can Malenko continue, and yeah, sleeper hold, just relaxing the carotid of Malenko. Good accounting for himself from Boris here. Headlock by Nick. Remember, time's on his side. A draw keeps him the champ. And he's got Ricky Steamboat in RCW Elevation, which we'll have in a few. Pile driver. This could be it. No, Malenko kicks out. Great effort by Malenko. He's now trailing again, 3/4 of the way home. Be a great feather in his cap to go to a time limit draw, and Malenko's going to be the winner by DQ as Bockwinkel throws him over the top rope. And you kind of wonder if the pressure is starting to get to Nick Bockwinkel. Malenko will get the mandated rematch after winning by DQ here. And that's the second straight time now we've seen Bockwinkel resort to a disqualification to keep his championship. So we will be back soon with our Southern card, probably Saturday, on many of these RCW stations. And until then, this has been Big Paulie. Godspeed, God bless. We will do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.